Today, I want to pull back the curtain and share some of the struggles that I'm facing in my business. And my hope for this video is that by being transparent, being vulnerable, you will gain some wisdom from me sharing these experiences and be able to take this into your business and your life. Let's get right into it. So when I started my marketing agency and I was doing everything for people, it was done for you. I have now transitioned to a done with you offer. Now, coming with this, when you have a heart that is genuine and you genuinely, when someone pays you, feel obligated to work for them and produce results, you might care a lot. And there is a side where you have to be cautious about caring too much. It is a blessing and a curse when you pour out your heart into your clients and your business. It can be easy to become overly invested in your clients' lives. I've learned that while passion is crucial, we must also remain balanced in our perspective and our emotions towards clients. Because sometimes when you care too much, you might get into that frame subconsciously of wanting to do everything for people, and that can sometimes be helpful and sometimes not be, right? So we want to be able to lead people, step out of caring too much, let them work on problems and let them problem solve so that they can step into that leader and authority for themselves. This one is really key. So environment has played a huge role in whether or not I've been able to maintain focus, build momentum, or whether it's actually taken away from that focus and I've lost momentum. So when you can articulate an environment that works for you, whether that is in a home office or whether you're going to a coffee shop or whatever that looks like for you, you want to be very intentional about this. How can you create an environment that supports your productivity, supports your focus? So if that means that you need to be able to get rid of all of the clutter that is in your house, I know this seems very common sense. Sometimes common sense isn't common sense. So this is why I'm sharing it. It has actually made a huge difference for me when I've been able to design an environment that allows for productivity. I like to go on walks to foster more creativity and focus in my day. If I notice that the work that I'm doing and the focus that I have is going down, I want to be able to step back, look at that, and remember that I need to also fill my cup, and then I can come back with much more energy and focus than before. The scary world of advertising. So I see a lot of coaches struggle with this, and I struggled with it as well in the beginning. There's always new things to test, new things to implement, new things to experiment with ads. Although it can be intimidating, you must remember to be ruthless when advertising. Don't be afraid to learn from your mistakes. Don't be afraid to take criticism, to take feedback. Don't be afraid to ask your market questions. These are all proactive things that you can do to gain feedback from your market to then implement into your ads and make them even better. I wish I had done that sooner. Once you get all that feedback, optimize it for new ads and then watch their results get better. If you've ever struggled with staying motivated, I've been there too. And this past week, I felt that. I felt myself lacking in motivation and lacking in inspiration. And so what did I do, right? What were those steps that I took? Because I genuinely love coaching and serving people, but we must remember to pour from a full cup and not an empty cup. Step back, take some rest, and remember your why. I show up because I want to serve and impact people, and although I might look cringy along the way, that's totally fine as long as I am able to fulfill and impact people, right? And help them. That is truly what sets my soul on fire. When you're going through this period of minimal motivation, remain connected to your why, right? Refocus, get back in alignment by actually pulling away from what you're currently doing. A common mistake that those who are empathetic, sensitive, and love people make is not protecting your heart. Now, I'm not saying to go out there and not share your vulnerable self and not give and pour into other people, but we must also remember to not allow people to take advantage of our generous. This is actually an invitation to set healthy boundaries, follow your intuition, and trust your instincts. People will respect you more if you respect yourself. I wish someone told me that sooner. I really do. Truly, when you respect yourself, you don't let other people cross your boundaries that you have in place, they will respect that. We just sometimes forget that we need to communicate that. Designing your ideal business. We might get caught up in the everyday mundane tasks that we forget what we're truly doing because we're so in the trenches. When you're able to step out of the trenches through the brand authority funnel that I teach my clients, you're able to have more time. And in this time, you'll be able to think about, how can I design my business to create an ideal life and not just design a business that I have to work for every single day to keep it going. Yes, be of service, and yes, work hard, but remember that you have the power to design a business that you want to show up to, that complements your life, and a business that doesn't consume your life. So it's really about finding a sweet spot, right, between your ambition and your well-being, because we're in this for a marathon. We're not in this for a sprint. Community is everything, and without community, I would be struggling so much more in my business right now. And I really was in the beginning when I didn't have one. But ever since I did join one, I see the importance of it. I see the power of it. And it's truly changed the way that I think and how I do business, because I have people keeping me accountable. I have people rooting for me and supporting me and cheering me on and celebrating my wins. Because growth really happens when you step into those rooms with people who are doing better than you. So go out there and seek a mentor, join groups where there's learning and there's value. And that is why I have created a community on Skool. We get to learn from each other. We get to connect. We get to grow together, cheer each other on. If you're looking for a community of like-minded entrepreneurs who are wanting to grow, then you can join the community. Link is in the description below. I found that if I'm not learning and I'm not curious, then my inspiration for business can stagnate. And so what I've found is when you can remain curious, have that curious mindset, and always be learning, because the business landscape, the business world is always evolving. The market is always shifting. So should you. You might experience doubt in your journey. I know I have. Coming back to these questions has helped me. So why did I start this journey? What impact do you want to make? What gifts do you want to share with the world? Because there are people all around the world right now who are desiring and praying for the gifts that you have to offer. Let that drive you forward. Let that be your guiding compass. And I want you to know that you're not alone in this journey. We all face challenges. We all face opportunities for growth. And that is why entrepreneurship is one of the best paths to take if you want to expand, if you want to dive deep into your personal development journey. So as these challenges come on and you face them, embrace them, learn from them, think about how you can take what you've gone through and remember that you've probably went through this challenge so you could help other people through it. So keep pushing forward. I believe in you and I'm rooting for your success.